getting the SIG P365X macro. We're going to have a look and see what all the hoopla is about. I pretty much can already tell it's going to be an awesome pistol. But I'm looking forward to doing the review on the channel. Let's do it. All these SIGs.
Here with my friend Taylor at Point Blank Range, so you know what to do. If you're in North Carolina, swing by, see Taylor and the wonderful staff here at Point Blank Range. Today, as you can see from the title, we got something really cool. Now this one is my SIG P365X Macro. This just came out.
Yep.
And it is all the rage at the moment for anybody that appreciates SIGs. Remember, we've got our P365.
Yep, it came out.
What was good about him, Taylor?
Nice, really compact platform, great capacity, night sights, everything that you were really wanting in something small, great for concealed carry, but you know, nothing too big and oversized when it came to that capacity, but still really nice and compact.
Yeah, good round count. Just a legend with that stack and a half staggered, and they really changed the game with the 10
plus 1.
10
yeah.
plus 1, and then up to the 12 plus 1. So you guys remember the history. I would say that's 2018-ish when that came out. And then this guy right here, this was the XL.
Yep. Something a little bit bigger, larger frame, but still really great for concealable. Optics ready with the optic cut on it. You do lose the rear sight, so I mean but you're still, you know, giving you the option there.
Longer barrel. I know that the 365 has a 3.1. This one was what? Do you remember? A little longer barrel.
A little bit longer. I want to say it's right there, close to 4.
And of course, they've got the X-Ray 3, great sights. That's SIG, just wonderful SIG sights, and a full grip handle. So you can kind of see the evolution on the pistols, and that's what is neat. And then we'll kind of take us to home here to 2022 with our X Macro. If we go around the gun, what's interesting about the X Macro in terms of, I always like to say this real quick, guys. You have evolutionary, right? And then you have revolutionary, kind of changing the game. I view this one as evolutionary. They took a lot of the great features. We got our full-size grip.
Yep, definitely an improvement on that grip. It fits your hand really well, fills in the space. You do get the adjustability with back straps, so if you want a slimmer, medium, or a larger platform, you can really tune that to your grip a little bit more.
Yeah, I really like that. You have small, medium, and large. And we're going to come back to that, the grips. And what else do we have? They went ahead and added the optics cut on the slide. And what's kind of nice versus the XL is you lost your iron sights here when you switch over to the dot, as I like to say. This one you can kind of keep your iron sights, so that's a nice touch of moving forward. We still have the 3.1-inch barrel on this, not the XL's barrel. I know that eventually everybody's looking to kind of merge these two, the slide and frame together, get the longer, use this guy's frame on this guy's slide. So, there's been plenty of other reviews online about that. I'm not going to deep dive too much into that. And one of the other popular features, right, Taylor, was this compensator.
Compensator, yeah.
I have shot this a couple times. I think initially, don't quote me, but I believe that they were talking about roughly a 20% reduction. It doesn't, I always say seat of the pants kind of feel. To me, the compensation on there, you do see flame, you see the compensator with the small barrel. To me, I'm not going to go as high as a 20% reduction in recoil mitigation.
Definitely does something for you.
Yeah, I'm going to go with more like 5 to 10. Truth be told, I'm feeling like 8 or 9, something like that. But splitting hairs, your mileage may vary. Working around the gun, they finally got rid of the SIG
Proprietary
kind of a
rail system.
proprietary rail system.
went with a true Picatinny down there. It gives you a lot more room for, you know, accessories, real estate, and you're not locking into the specific make model or anything like that. You get options there.
You get options. So Picatinny rail, and if you're going to do is what I call a combat setup. If you see my other videos, you're starting to move to more of a weapons mounted light. So there you go, you got that. As we work around the gun, we've got the longer grip, which is great. And here's the biggest bang for the buck.
Capacity goes up.
Capacity. We are now at 17
Yep.
plus 1. So that's going to put us in the Glock 17 category. More rounds than our Glock 19. Evolutionary in terms of our capacities with our 10, 12, and now 17. Of course, we still have the flat, traditional flat face trigger. And yeah, 2 magazines, nice setup. Anything else to say on that, Taylor?
I think you covered the majority of the good highlights there.
Yeah, I would say the only other thing that I did notice that's real small is they serrated the magazine release button. See that one versus this one? So it got a little bit of a serration. A little more of a grip texture. And it's still dropping, just dropping very good. Dare I say tactile and all that. It feels real good in the hand. It's a good shooter, feels real good in the hand. Last thing I would point out is if you want to zoom in here, the frames are a little bit different. You'll see that this is actually a little wider. So there is a little bit difference between the XL and the X Macro. All right. So here, we'll kind of put them all on the, if you want to zoom in close, do the top down thing. Give you a little poor man's perspective here as we line them up. Kind of neat, right? So, observation. For me, this is deep pocket carry. I can conceal this really well. I've been running this for about 2 years. It's not a problem. You can carry it IWB or pocket. I haven't had a lot of experience with the XL myself, and on this one I have been carrying it inside the waistband.
Yep.
For me, you do have to, if you carry it more 3 o'clock or 3:30, I'm printing.
Yeah.
Definitely, right? Makes sense. 17
a lot more
rounds.
there,
So if I kind of move around more to the 4 o'clock, depending on how I'm angling and carrying my gun, I can kind of conceal that a little better. And of course, you know, a lot of guys will have appendix carry. They're carrying full-size guns all day.
Yeah.
Not my jam just yet. I'm more of this side. So there is a learning curve. I had to adjust a little bit how I carry.
Yeah.
If you're worried about printing and, you know, deep ultra concealment. But these days, most people looking at their cell phones, they don't even notice.
Don't even notice.
All right. Anything else, Taylor, on this one?
I just think the capacity increase going from, you know, they broke the mold going to 10, went up to 12, and then, you know, really broke the mold again, something super compact, minimal profile, still maintaining a great capacity, 17 in there. I mean, they're doing crazy things you don't see and really going and changing the industry.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of the guys with the 43Xs and the 48s, with that 12 round and maybe 15 round. What was that other company they were going after market?
Shield Arms.
Yeah, they were.
50.
So you're kind of seeing how they were going aftermarket to kind of get the higher round capacity. What I really like about it, SIG's kind of putting that into the product.
Yeah.
So, who knows, right? As we go forward.
What new and exciting things they'll have to offer.
Yeah, and it drives competition. Competition's good, drives the industry, and then as consumers and shooters and enthusiasts in the firearms community, we get to benefit from that. So anyway, let me know, guys and gals, what your experience is, what you think about the X Macro. I definitely think it's something you should consider. The price is a little higher on these, but SIGs aren't in the range of Glocks. They're a little higher end.
A little bit higher.
But these just hit the market. If this is something you're interested in, I think it won't do you wrong at all. Now, one last thing here. I personally, and I'll keep you guys updated on this, if you want to zoom in, with the back straps, there comes with a small, medium, and a large back strap. I had a problem with my back strap. I got a little bit of play. All right? I don't know if you can hear that or see that, but basically it just slides on. So I had the medium back strap, took it off to try out the large, went back to the medium back strap, and I noticed a little play in the top. I took it off, refit it, and basically I just think it's the mold. Now I did show this to you, Taylor.
Yeah.
What was your thought on it?
I think it's going back to, that initial molding. There's some, tolerance there where it's going to shrink. It's going to be that it's not going to be a true perfect tight fit without, with how easy you can change those out. And it's just one of those things that, maybe finding some way to fill a little bit of that space, give it a little bit tighter, snug fitment on there.
Yeah.
Just give you a little bit more to work with for overall.
But when I did that, I noticed, if you see here, hold on, I got a wedge it in my legs. Hear this? So it's pinned in, it slides in the channel, and I don't recommend that you do it, but every time I grip my gun or switch hands, I got this left to right movement in this back strap, and it's so annoying because I can feel it. Do you guys experience that or not? There it is. But that's real world feedback. Let me know if you have the same issue. All right?
Perhaps you don't have this issue. To me, it's a minor issue, but it is a little bit, dare I say, annoying for me. Now, I know I could fix it. I could put a little tape in the channel or that, but I am going to go ahead, since we're on the channel here, I'm going to let you guys know. I did call SIG. They told me to send it in. So I have no doubt they're going to probably change the grip module, swap it out for us, and get us good to go. But I want you guys to know, right? Not everything is rainbows and unicorns. So if you run into an issue, I want you to know what's going on. So again, hopefully, if you're size medium, my first recommendation is leave the back strap on. I do have a couple other buddies that have a little bit of looseness in theirs, so that's at least two. When I did call SIG, they hadn't really experienced that feedback yet, is what they told me. But they told me they absolutely would take care of me. So, not beating up on SIG. What I really think about it with plastic fantastic type guns, right? You're gonna have issues. In a true spirit of a company is, do they take care of you? How do they fix the problem? Or do they ignore you and you don't get through to customer service? Yeah. I called the number, got right through, and they were really pleasant fellows. We're gonna RMA it. So, any final thoughts on the gun or the backstrap issue? I know you're an armor and you have opinions and stuff.
I mean, I think we covered the basis of it where, just overall, it's just one of those fitment things that it's just playing with it and getting it just right for you.
Yeah. Yeah, and don't get me wrong, guys. I could do shoe glue, super glue, some tape. I can fix it. I don't really plan on changing those out. But just because we're on the channel, I'll share the experience of what the SIG RMA process is like. So all good. Now on that note, we're going to end it there. Thank you a lot, Taylor. Appreciate you.
Thank you as well.
Good review. Guys, comment down below. Now, as we get ready to do this, we're going to roll right into the range. I'm going to get you some shooting footage. If you're in the neighborhood, make sure you come on down, check these guys out, and they'll take care of you. All right. Hey, guys, we're at the range getting ready to shoot the P365 X Macro. I'm very excited. I have shot this gun probably about 3 or 4 separate other occasions. As recently as yesterday, I had a group of my shooting buddies. I was like, hey, I want you guys to shoot this X Macro, give me feedback. General consensus is, and we'll talk about that a little later, it's well received. It's a good gun. You can add it to your carry rotation or your standard shooting regime. It's right on the bubble. It's one of these hybrid pistols. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. It's gonna come with the cool little mini-me SIG box, foamy, all that good stuff. You get a little de facto loader, all good there. I do like it. Stick it in your closet, add it with all the rest of your pistol cases, and you're good to go. In terms of ammo, I have today this DRZ ammo. This is 124 grain, just standard ball ammo, made in Turkey. Hey, we shoot what we can get, you know how it is. These days, no one's picky. All right? But it is factory new. Remember, we are shooting 17 rounds. 17 rounds, how cool is that? That's crazy, right? And in terms of holsters, as of the time of this video, a lot of manufacturers don't have a lot of holsters for this particular pistol.
what's going on. You can't reuse the same P365 holster. It has to do with the Picatinny rail and how it's slotting. So your favorite holster company's got to catch up, put some out. Black Scorpion down in Florida, if you're just looking for a no thrills, no spills, $45, $35 holster, it's on Amazon. Yeah, black carbon fiber, traditional foamy clip or whatever you call that type of setup. IWB, that's how I carry. There are a couple of holsters that have the AIWB, that manufacturers are making, but again, keep looking around. It's just a matter of time. They'll catch up. All right, we are gonna shoot a splatter target. So because this is concealed carry for me, we'll run this out to 21 feet. And I'll do a 1 round, and then we're gonna go and have a little fun with some more rounds. So let me get you guys in a good spot, and we'll load and make ready, get ourselves set up, and we'll see how the gun does. Should be just fine. In terms of trigger though, while I get you guys on the side, real quick on the trigger. It's classic SIG, classic. So it is a good trigger with a good amount of take up. Gun is unloaded, so you'll see the take up, right? We'll get, because it's a flat trigger, it's gonna hit the wall, and then what we do is we push, we call it sponge. We pull the spongy trigger right through the brake until you get a 90 degree, 91, 90, it looks to me like a 90, yeah, 91, 92 degree brake. And then if we do the reset, let it out, audible clip, little take up, brake. And there's no over travel. Once it breaks, there's no over travel. But it's a good trigger. I like this SIG P365 series of triggers. But I want to say a lot of guys that don't shoot SIGs, they may not like it. But if you have shot a SIG, you do like it. So, hey, it's on them. But I can shoot, you can adapt to any trigger. And I actually find it comforting because I feel it, feel the pressure building, snap. So I like it. I like how SIG does it. It works for me. Slow to make ready briefly. Let me put on my eye protection so I can see a little bit. You do have a loaded chamber indicator here, as you guys can. So we'll go ahead and make it. And you can see the back end, right, of the brass there. That's how I know I got one in the chamber. All right, so let's just send it right down the middle. Sweet, how's that? Eject her out. She's locked back on empty. She did good, bring her in. Of course, I'm not surprised, right? It's gonna shoot real good. Let's bring it in. So right down the gullet. That was pretty nifty. Pretty cool little target. Even kind of shows you a little red. That's pretty funny. All right, enough of that. Let's send her back out. 21 feet. Oh, in terms of recoil, remember we talked about this in the video, recoil mitigation. I'm not worried about a lot of crap getting in there that they traditionally used to say. It still shoots snappy, just not quite as snappy. I know that comment wasn't scientific, but that's how it is. But here's the question, the million-dollar question. Is it because of the built-in compensator on the 3-inch barrel, giving us a little room for the gases to help push it down, right, and fight against that recoil? Or was it because I have a nice one-piece elongated grip that just fits great and I'm able to use my support hand and really get a good grip? I'm gonna submit it's probably both. It's probably more of this and a little bit of that. Let's give it a go. Crack the next one. This is a full mag. So when you have full mags and you ever go to shoot and your mag drops out, well, that's why some guys download. So you want to do your tap, rack, bang. And that's just something. It comes in when you're under stress and you're doing a lot of reloads. There's a keyhole, baby. Sweet. Good shooter. It presents well. It's flat. I love the I like SIG's tritium vial X-ray sights for nighttime, if that's your thing. That's good. Money, right? Dead on money. Hey, I got more rounds. Why? Because it's 17. Woo! That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's bring it in. Proof's in the pudding. The funny part is, in my shooting crew, this guy looks like somebody. Sorry, Zach. You'll see it in my tactical rifleman video. But it looks like Zach to me. Now, other guys you might think that looks like me. But hey, it is what it is. Got them on Amazon. But yeah, pretty good, right? There's your X macro. Okay, guys, just for fun, 25-yard range, we're gonna run it all the way out. Let's get this guy out to roughly 75 feet. We're gonna do one shot. We're going for the head shot. Now this is probably gonna be half luck if I can hit it. And I'm definitely gonna probably do a hold under. Oh, good Lord. I can barely even see that. Wish me luck. Here we go. My front sight covers the entire silhouette practically. Sent it. Went off a little earlier than I expected. Let's see how we did. See if our Hail Mary shot. I'd like to have hit the head. Let's see. Dude, sweet. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that. Sweet. Boom. So my whole front sight was holding here. So I knew to kind of hold it a little bit. Hold under. Not quite a 6 o'clock or anything. And then bam, headshot. I'll take it. In conclusion, it's a good pistol, right? You notice we ran this whole video all the way through. I think the X Macro from SIG is a good next step forward of taking a lot of great elements and putting it in a pistol. Right? We've got our compensator, we've got our red dot mounting plate, we have the ability to almost co-witness, not necessarily, might be a little low. We have the awesome SIG grips with the great grip texture. Didn't mention this earlier when we were in the front of the store behind the sales cabinet when I was with Taylor, but an extended beaver tail. So if you have bigger webbing, bigger hands, you run in a large back strap, this beaver tail is gonna protect you from getting slide bite. Again, on the back strap movement, stay tuned on that. I'm gonna send it out to SIG. Again, they told me they would RMA it for me. No problem, they're really nice about it. So I will send it in, let you guys know what that process is. All right, let me know. What do you think about the X Macro? You like it? You have one? A lot of guys with the XLs are on the bubble. And not enough to get them to move off the XL and go to this. I would agree with you, you know. But if you're still holding on to the P365, the original, now it may be time to move, pick yourself up one of these and see if you like to carry it or see if you like to use it on your favorite range day. That's it. Please like and subscribe to the Gun Outdoors channel. Take care of yourself. Here's your 365 macro.